right, we got Micah Smith, offensive coordinator with the CSC Eagles at fall camp. Micah, take us through the first week, what you've been working on the most with your guys here in Chadron.
You know, one thing we're trying to fix from last year is we're trying to be a more physical team. We started that in the spring. We're continuing that through this fall. We got 13 linemen that are fighting for a spot. You know, last year we came in with 5, 6, 7 guys competing. And this year it's been a big competition. And every day in film we're seeing somebody new step it up front and do something. And we're like, you know, he's gotten a lot better since the spring. And so that's a big plus. And so mainly we're trying to be more physical. The execution stuff, you're always going to work on that in the spring, no matter if you're Chadron State or if you're Wayne State or if you're Doane, whoever you are, you're going to work on the execution stuff. But the big thing that we're trying to get it through to our guys is let's be physical and let's go push people around this fall.
You got Michael D. Camillus up there, one of the leaders coming back on your offensive line. Talk about what he's been showing you here and how he's helping out the young guys. And then there's some guys starting to make their way up that depth chart a little bit in that competition of 13 guys, you said.
You know, Mike, I think if we were doing the math the other day, and I think Mike's on about 40-some starts through his time with COVID and everything. So he's a big leader for us, and he's been a big leader for us for the last 3 years, and he's taken even a bigger role. You know, he's got a big pride in it. He's got a lot of pride, and he wasn't happy with last year just like the rest of us were. And so he's taken a step, and he's tried to get those guys and push those guys, especially the new guys. We got some new guys up front this year that, whether they're guys that redshirted or they're guys that didn't play much last year or they're transfers, whatever they are, he's taking a big step in leadership and pushing those guys along and making sure that we're going to be in the spot that we need to be come, was that August 31st? Is that first game? All right.
August 31st, Quincy University. Got a few weeks more of fall camp before you get to that point. So a lot of stuff to work on and some quarterback stuff to figure out, too. It's nice to have the depth, but what can you tell us about where your QBs are at?
You know, it's one of those catch-22s. We had a lot of guys get hurt, which is a bad thing. It sucks. It sucks to try to go through quarterbacks, you know. But within that, a lot of guys got reps last year. You know, quarterback's a position where one guy can take 95% of the reps throughout a season or even 100% of reps throughout the season, and other guys don't get game experience. And we had, you know, 3 guys get big-time game experience last year, and they've all taken it. I challenged them this spring, hey, let's be better in the pocket, let's be better with our decisions, let's be more decisive with our decisions, and let's grow from there. And once we grow from there, then we can start correcting the things that we're doing wrong. And we've done a really good job of that this spring, and then it's carried through this fall.
Running back spot, too. Also some good depth there. You got Dorian and Rylan, and Jaden Cox is back. Are you going to use a rotation of backs again this year? Are you going to try to rely on 1 or 2 guys primary?
You know, we'll ride the hot hand. All of them will play. You know, we'll get them all in there. All of them have kind of their special thing, you know, that they can do. You know, Dorian's pretty good at everything. Jaden, you know, he's kind of a scat guy. Rylan, you know, he's going to hit it downhill at you. Brock Ping, he redshirted last year. He played as a true freshman. We redshirted last year. He made about as good a use as anybody could make of having a redshirt year. Jake Marshall was a redshirt freshman last year, and he's got a really good knack for hitting seams. He trusts it. He understands blocking schemes, and he's going to find the seam. And he's had some runs that you're like, there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden, boom, he pops out the other side. So, you know, we're going to ride the hot hand. The running back position has evolved to a position of, you know, the guys are going to get beat up. You're going to get banged around. You're going to do that. High reps, high tempo, things like that. You're going to play a lot of reps in a game. So there's going to be opportunities for all of them to show what they can do and showcase throughout the season.